And it was certainly a toasty one yesterday, though we stayed shy of the century mark. We saw numbers get into the mid-90s, which even for this time of year is a little on the hot side. Did see numbers reach the century mark at San Saba and at Burnett. Also had a few sensors out towards Lampasas that probably got there as well, though Lampasas not reporting. We do have a heat advisory in effect here for today. Feel like numbers, they could reach up to 105. Highs are going to go from 98 or higher. In fact, some areas once again hitting those triple digits. We also have an extreme heat warning in place for Burnett and Williamson County. Feel like numbers up to 110, highs exceeding 105 at times. And whenever you're under these advisories, you do need to take your heat precautions. Plenty of water. Try to limit that time outside if you can, if you need to be out in the heat of the day. Frequent breaks in the shade. And we're starting off warm this morning. Temperatures that are in the mid 70s, some areas even closer to 80. You can make out where the drier air is. It's back here to the west, but we have very humid air that's worked in. Dew points in the muggy category that have moved in. That's why you're feeling that air here this morning. You could thank south winds for that. And while that's brought in more humidity, which tends to keep temperatures lower, as we start to mix out the atmosphere and get some drier air in here, that can actually burn off to hotter temperatures than what we saw yesterday. So 93 by noon. I do expect 100 this afternoon, at least at the Waco airport, which would break the record 96 in 1925. I think that record is going to be broken regardless of if we hit 100 or not, because we should still be able to reach upper 90s. But the exact temperature you see this afternoon, that'll depend on the position of this dry line. Yesterday, this stayed west of Waco Temple Clean, so we saw numbers that were in the mid 90s. Now, if this moves east a little further to the 35 corridor, we'll be close to 100. If it moves even further than that, then we could see these 102s, 103s starting to work into Waco Temple Clean. And if that were to happen, it would set the hottest May temperature on record in Central Texas. That was 102 back in the 1980s. So we do have the potential to see an even bigger record break here today, although I think that dry line will set up right along the 35 corridor. And then tonight, we fall down into the 70s. Feel like numbers, well, they're going to get into the triple digits regardless, and these are going to be the numbers you have to watch for, especially if you live east of 35. That humidity going to be higher there. And we'll stay in the mid-90s, though we will see a little reprieve from the big heat. Mid-90s on the way here all the way to the weekend. Part of the reason you're seeing that, the ridge breaks down just a bit. That'll allow cloud cover to come back tomorrow, and eventually some isolated scattered storm chances Friday into the weekend. Right now, I think Saturday brings us the best chance of storms at a 30% chance, but notice those small storm chances do continue into next week as well.